Have you ever driven alone at night only to feel like you're not alone? That unsettling feeling when the road stretches endlessly and the shadows seem to follow you. Tonight, we'll explore one of the oldest and eeriest urban legends, the story of the Vanishing Hitchhiker. It's a tale whispered across cultures, and this version takes us to a desolate highway known as the Black Path. But beware, for every tale has a grain of truth. It was a quiet, moonless night when Ravi, a long-haul truck driver, found himself on the Black Path. He had taken the route many times before, but never this late. As the hours dragged on, the road seemed darker, lonelier, and more suffocating than usual. Ravi adjusted his rearview mirror, trying to shake off the eerie feeling creeping up his spine. That's when he saw her, a young woman standing by the side of the road, her pale face illuminated by the glow of his headlights. She wore a white dress, her long hair flowing in the wind. She raised her hand, signaling for a ride. Despite the warnings Ravi had heard about picking up strangers on this road, he stopped. After all, she looked harmless, lost, even the kind of person you'd feel guilty leaving behind. She climbed into the passenger seat without a word, her eyes cast downward.
"Where are you headed?"
Ravi asked. Breaking the silence, the woman softly replied,
"Just down the road near the old mansion."
Ravi nodded, but something about her voice sent a chill down his spine. It was as if it echoed, faintly out of sync with the surroundings. As they drove, Ravi couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The air inside the car grew colder, his breath visible despite the warm summer night. He adjusted the heater, but it didn't help. He tried to make conversation to ease the tension.
"You live near the mansion?"
he asked. She nodded but didn't elaborate. Her hands were clasped tightly on her lap, her knuckles pale. Ravi noticed something odd, her reflection in the rearview mirror. It was faint, almost non-existent. Trying to dismiss it as a trick of the light, Ravi kept driving. But then she spoke again, her voice barely above a whisper.
"You shouldn't have stopped."
Before Ravi could respond, the car lights flickered, plunging the road into momentary darkness. When they came back on, she was gone. The passenger's seat was empty, but the faint imprint of her presence lingered, the seatbelt still buckled, the faint smell of flowers hanging in the air. Panicking, Ravi pulled over, his hands trembling as he gripped the steering wheel. He looked around, stepping out of the car to see if she had somehow jumped out. But the road was empty, just endless darkness stretching in both directions. Ravi drove straight to the nearest town and stopped at a roadside diner. Shaken, he shared his story with an elderly man sitting at the counter. The man's expression grew grim as he listened.
"You saw her, didn't you?"
The man said,
"The girl in white. She died on that road years ago in a car accident. Drivers say she appears to those who don't believe in her story. As a warning."
Ravi's blood ran cold as the man added,
"You're lucky you only gave her a ride. Others haven't been so fortunate."
Ravi never took the Black Path again, but the experience haunted him for years. He often wondered what would have happened if he hadn't stopped. Was she truly a warning, or something far worse? And the next time you see someone stranded on a lonely road, ask yourself this: will you be brave enough? Or will you drive on, hoping the shadows don't follow? If you enjoyed this tale of terror, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, the scariest stories are the ones we can't explain. Until next time, stay safe and stay scared.